And boom, hey up troops, ALYTTLETON here again with another video. The Year 10 Season 3 designer notes, the patch notes have just dropped 9 minutes ago. So we're going to go through everything. These are the ones that have got the interesting things in, like the win matrices and the band deltas and all that sort of stuff. So, Year 10 Season 3 designers notes. And as always, when I do these videos, I've not scrolled down once when I've done that. I promise you, it's just come up, I've just loaded the web page, I've put OBS on, I've hit record, and we're going to look at them. So I don't know what's in here myself. So, I suspect hard breaches will be right at the top of the win delta versus presence. Pause. That's console. I'm sorry, console. I don't watch console that much. By the way, if you're struggling with these, you're like waiting for these to keep turning around, right-click on them, click hide controls, or from what you'd actually do is click on it, click show controls, and then you can just press play and scroll through at the bottom here. You don't have to wait for it to keep rolling around. So, yeah, right-click show controls, and then you can play and pause it. So let me just pause that one so it doesn't keep flicking, and that one, and then we'll play them in a second. So, right, PC. I suspect we're going to see Ace right up there. I didn't think we'd see Ash up there as much, to be honest. So they've actually shown you the matrix now of what they go off. So overpick too strong, underpick too strong, overpick too weak, underpick too weak. So we've got Book on overpick too weak, which is interesting. Dokkaebi on overpick too strong. And then this is the win delta, by the way, not the band delta. So we're seeing Ash right up there. We're seeing Ace right up there. Dokkaebi, Book, which I thought they're four of the best operators. Thermite up there. I don't feel like we've seen Thermite as much, but I'll tell you why. It's because everyone's banning Ace, so people are playing more Thermite. I think you'll see Hibana's up there as well. Think a little bit higher, and then you've got Nomad, Twitch, and Blackbeard. Then a whole bundle of operators, which is what you want, really. Ideally, Ubisoft wants everyone around this, where this delta crosses over, you want everyone around there, really. That would show balance. And then Sense way down there, unfortunately. So let's just skip over to console. Ash, Ace, Twitch, Book, Thermite, Dokkaebi, Hibana higher up. Quite similar. Although, where was Ram on PC? Ram's in here, but Ram's higher up on console. That's interesting. Sense also down there. Aura down there. Jackal down there. Although, no, Jackal used a bit more on console. That's interesting. Defender-wise, PC. Doc way up. Well, that'll change next season, and we'll know why. Mute up there. Great. Lesion up there. That might change next season. Then we've got Bandit, Goyo, Azami, Kate all bundled together. Valkyrie, Mirror, Castle, me goat. Fenrir, Azami, Kapkan. Sorry, I think my phone's ringing. It's fine. Rook's high up, really, isn't he? Wow, okay. And let's flick this to console. Wow, hang on. Whoa, where's Goyo come from on console? That's ACOG crutches again, man. Look at the three highest win delta operators on console. Doc, Goyo, Castle, all got ACOGs. PC, it's, yeah, not a Goyo's way down, Castle's way down. I didn't realize Goyo was so strong on console. Wow. Console's a lot more spread out. Look at the PC delta, and then look at console. This is why balancing's a nightmare, man, because you've got Goyo on there, like Goyo's like that. Yeah, we need to do something about Goyo, but there he's absolutely fine. So, it's tough how you balance across different platforms. Interesting data. Ban rate. Here we go. This is where Ace is going to be through the roof for PC. Have a console even higher. And Thermite up there. And Hibana's getting banned on console. Fuse used to be banned all the time on console. Insane how much hard breach we're seeing banned. Ram banned so often on console. Well, quite often on PC as well, to be fair. And console defender, PC defenders. Mirror high up. Cade high up. Didn't think I'd see Mirror that high up. I think I see Azami more, really. And Goyo, and then Goyo's not banned as often, but everyone plays him. You got Mirror, Cade, Doc, Castle, Goyo banned. Okay, interesting. Where's Mute's not even on the PC band delta? That's interesting. I love reading stuff like this because, like, it's sort of everyone plays in a different rank on a different platform, so it doesn't always translate directly. So it's interesting to see what the rest of the community are doing. Right, operator balancing Blackbeard. Blackbeard's kill-death ratio has not shown any variation since its release and stays stable at 0.9. Blackbeard's abilities and loadout make him very versatile pick that holds great offensive capabilities. In this patch, we would like to keep his versatility while slightly reducing his offensive capabilities. The first group of changes is to attend to, they're correct, Blackbeard's ADS mechanics. He will be slower to leave ADS, making him more vulnerable in that. So be slower to leave ADS. Okay, so after his ADS, before the shield comes back up, making him more vulnerable. He won't be able to ADS while rappelling in through a window. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I don't know why I'm having to do this to know what I mean. The second group of changes are related to Blackbeard's weapon reloads. Now the hull shield will fold completely during reloads. Okay, wow. That's big. Blackbeard's not protected anymore. Normally, Blackbeard turns to his right to keep his shield there whilst he reloads. But the shield's going to fold to just like a third of its normal size. The MK17 will see its magazine capacity reduced from 25 to 20. This should make Blackbeard reload more often, correct, and therefore with the change above where the shield shrinks as well, that should sort of tie into being a bit more vulnerable. The third group of changes is to make Blackbeard a bit slower. While on rappel, he won't be able to breach in through non-weakened barricades. And we've also reduced his whole shield breaching charges from 4 to 3. I don't think people use those breaching charges that much, but not being able to rappel through a fully closed barricade is good. Although it does say he won't be able to breach in through a non-weakened barricade. So I imagine you punch it once and then you can rappel in, which will still give you a bit of notice, as opposed to him just rappelling straight in and going, oh, Blackbeard's here, by the way, like the Kool-Aid guy in Family Guy. Oh, no, oh, no, oh, yeah, and he breaks through the wall. Okay, that's what ADS changes. So, wow, so the time to un-ADS and put the shield back up is almost going to double. From 0.5 seconds to 0.9 seconds. That's large and in charge. Blackbeard ADS while repelling in a window. We know that reload changes. The shield's going to change. Can't repel through a non-weakened barricade, and it's going to go from 3 to 4. Oh, sorry, yeah, 2, 3 from 4. Echo. Echo's losing the magnifying sight on his MPSD. Will no longer be inclined to take gunfights at closer range. We want to boost his mobility to make repositioning easier for him. So he's going from... Wait, what? Speed? Increase 2-2 from 1. Right, yeah, okay, fine. So Echo's going to be a 2-2. I don't know why my brain didn't read that correctly there. Echo's going to be a 2-2 instead of a 1-3. Fenrir is going to lose his Bailiff. Want to make it easier to counter his traps, but we still consider his ability to be quite strong. We want to make the full Fenrir package a bit leaner by removing some of the extra. Yeah, I agree with that. I think Fenrir was a bit too strong still. Removing the Bailiff's fine. But where does the Bailiff go? That's the question. Because you still need operators to set sites up, right? Legion's become one of the most reliable roamers. It's my goat. The combination of a great loadout plus an ability is useful for gathering intel, slowing enemies, and being able to have a super shorty to set up site. The removal of the magnifying sights and sub-operators will make you more relevant. Removing the Legion's shotgun to make Legion focus on his ability, inviting defenders to source destruction capabilities on the team from other loadouts. I do agree with that. Legion was too much. He was probably the best defender outside of Mute. And being able to roam top floor, open your own hatches, make your own rotates, cover those rotates and hatches and windows with goo mines. He was too good, man. And it pains me to say that because I played Legion probably more than anyone this season. Oryx. Oryx's playstyle relies on mobility and quick reactions. A machine pistol, oh, so he's getting the Reaper. ADS compared to some machine gun. However, we'll selecting the MPX-12 will still leave without the tools to destroy hatches. We believe that this, in addition, will make him more capable. Okay, yeah. So you can either take the shotgun and the Reaper, so you can still make open hatches and make rotates, or you could take the T5 and the Bailiff still. So he's got the Reaper. He hasn't lost the Bailiff from what I've read there. Pulse. There's a lot of chat here. Pulse greatly benefits from using the M1014, correct? But lack of a reliable secondary weapon limits its use. Since the recent improvements to shotguns, which significantly reduced the M1014's visual recoil for better comfort, its pick rate is stabilized at 29%. However, we believe that this rate is still below its potential, given its synergy with the cardiac sensor. So, I mean, that is a long way of saying we've given Pulse the Reaper Mark II. Okay, Rook. Rook's had some changes. Rook capability to hold long angles and reduce due to the removal of magnifying sights. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen that yet, but all ACOGs have gone from defense apart from DMRs and slug shotguns, which is the TCSG, the Bosch G, and the ACS-12. So that would be Sentry, who's now getting the TCSG, Goyo, Cade, ACS-12 being a Zombie, Maestro, and Alibi, and Bosch G being Vigil. And the TCSG being Cade and Goyo. We would like to add an alternative side weapon and gadget. The Reaper Mark II and C4 will be added to Rook. Sentry. We're only halfway down here. Sentry is designed to fill any gaps in the defensive setup. However, the current loadout, he struggles to hold long angles comfortably. Does he? I don't know. The Commando is a decent weapon. Therefore, we decided to add a slug shotgun to his loadout so he can have now the TCSG, which I think is okay. Sledge has got the SMG-11 back, or kind of. He's got the Reaper Mark II. So, yeah, Sledge has a bit more close quarters destruction and availability, so to speak. So you can have the ACOG on the L85, and then you can use the Reaper for Vert. Striker. We believe that Striker also deserves a weapon more suited for long-range engagements. The DMR will enable it. It's definitely confirmed that Striker's female now. to support a teammates from a distance and may synergize more effectively with other types of secondary utility. Loadout primary weapon. Added the SR25, which is the same DMR that Sense and somebody else has. Can't think who it is off the top of my head right now. It's right on the tip of me. Lion has the same DMR as Twitch. Who else has the SR? I'm going to Google it. I'm going to Google it right now. R6 Siege SR25. Who has it? The SR25 is on Siege. Doesn't say. Oh, Blackbeard. Of course. Blackbeard. Okay. Sorry about that. Wamai. Now, I do know about this change. This is a big one. We've removed a few secondary destruction tools in this patch, Lesion and Fenrir's, but we don't want to affect any overall destruction capability of defenders as a whole. I've added the as a whole there. For this reason, Wamai will receive the Super Shorty, which is big. I like playing Wamai. I love that MP5K, and being able to set my own sight up with Wamai is huge. Ying is getting the MK12. I don't need to read every bit here, but Ying's getting the Reaper Mark 12, which is the same auto pistol that a few of the others have got that Aurora had the other season. Gadget balancing, here we go. Oh, I don't know about this. The changes are small quality of life improvement. In some situations, a direct source of light generates a strong glare on the shield's glass windows that prevents a clear view through them. We've improved the glass materials to ensure that the glass pieces do not generate glare. I didn't know that. Light reflections reduced for the glare. Operators affected. That's everyone with a shield. Warden, Thunderbird, Thorn, Tachanka, Sentry, Pulse, Frost, Ella, Echo. Sights, here we go, baby. Weapon sights. Magnified sights on defense if operators had a huge impact on the presence. Basically, everyone just plays Doc for the ACOG and Rook. This update will limit defenders' access to these sights on automatic weapons. We still believe that defenders should be able to hold long angles and challenge attackers, but in a more limited way. Slug shotguns and DMRs will still have access to magnified sights, the ACOG. Also in this patch, you'll find that some of the effective operators have received tweaks to compensate for these changes, but more may come in the future. We'll keep a close eye on the effect of these changes and we'll take action if needed. What tweaks have taken then? Magnified. Automatic weapons on defense. Yeah. Operators affected. So this is everyone who's lost their ACOG. Castle, Doc, Echo, Frost, Goyo, Rook, Tachanka. That's right. But obviously not the operators with slug shotties. Ballistic shield. Shielded operators will experience a slight exposure when throwing a projectile from behind the shield. Although this opening is smaller than it was with original shields, the momentary exposure creates a vulnerability. I do agree, you can't just have a shield there and be able to throw grenades behind it and smokes and what have you. I do agree that's the right decision. Projectile throw animation added. Operators affected, everyone with a shield. MK7 CQB is part of Blackbeard's balancing wave. We've already talked about this above, haven't we? So you're going to reduce his magazine size, and the max ammunition is down slightly as well. Reaper Mark 2, so I know they've changed the recoil on this. Yeah, recoil PC, first shot, reduced weapon initial kick, softened lateral recoil on first stages. And then this is now everyone who's got the Reaper Mark 12. Mark 2, sorry. Oryx, Pulse, Aurora, Rook, Sledge, and Ying. Rank distribution, this is always interesting. And the last point, we've got, is that PC? And is this console? Yeah, console and PC. So, it's a pretty similar sort of graph, isn't it? But we've got only 0.4% of the game's population is in Champ, 0.4 in Diamond 1, 0.5 in Diamond 2, can't count, 0.5 in Diamond 3, 0.5 in Diamond 4, and 0.8% in Diamond 5. So that, if I do the maths there, which I'm not very good at it, but 5, 1, 1.5, that's basically 2 with a bit of change. So about 2.5% of the population on PC is Diamond and Champ, which isn't a lot, is it? But then again, a lot of these numbers are 1s and 2s and 3%. It gets a bit higher up here, with obviously this is people playing slightly less games. Which is interesting, really, because I wonder what all these numbers add up to, because they definitely don't add up to 100, do they? Because not everyone plays ranked. So, yeah, interesting. Console, pretty similar story, although slightly higher numbers of people in Champ and Diamond, actually. Less numbers in... Or do more people... This data represents players with 10 or more matches played in Year 10 Season 2. So I wonder if that is just console play. There must just be more console players that play ranked, because the percentages are higher on average across the board there. Across all ranks. Interesting. I always find it funny when you can see that there's like a higher number of people that get to the next rank up than the previous one, if you know what I mean. So there's more people in Plat 5 than there is in Gold 1 because people who get to Plat 5 don't want to play anymore because they don't want to drop back down to Gold. And you can see it on every rank. Like, there's way more Emerald 5s than there is Plat 1s. There's way more Diamond 5s than there is Plat 1s. It's the same on every rank. So, I mean, in summary, that is a large and in charge. I've said that twice now. Large and in charge change. The Reaper Mark II being added to a load of operators will make things interesting because that then allows the shotgun main Reaper Mark II secondary a bit more viable. And the changes to Blackbeard are big. I don't think you'll see a ban there as often. And also, losing the ACOG is probably the biggest one, right? I think Fenrir and Lesion losing their shotguns definitely make them further down the pecking order, but Lesion is still good. But I find it really tough to roam without either impact at least or a secondary shotty because I like opening the hatches. I like making rotates. I don't just want to be in one room and limited to the site setup as standard if you're roaming above or below. So yeah, interesting how that's going to work out with Lesion. And the thing is, you can't really roam with Wamai, can you? Wamai's not a roamer. I mean, he would be great at it. The MP5 is really good. But what are you going to do? Throw your magnets on the other side of the map? Throw your magnets underneath or above? You're going to be needed around the site, which plays, I suppose, more into the fact that the shotgun should be used for site setup and makes a bit more sense, doesn't it? Okay. I'm looking forward to the season, man. I really feel like there's a lot of things that are going to shake things up here, especially the ACOG. If you're upset about the ACOG going, you're probably in an ACOG crutch, and it might be time for you to consider playing a different operator and doing different things in Siege. If you all of a sudden you're in a mood now because Doc hasn't got his ACOG anymore, then you rely on an ACOG to be good at Siege. That's the answer to that. Thank you as always for getting involved with the channel. I very much appreciate it. The test server is out tonight, 6 o'clock if you're in the UK, I think, but I'm not 100%. Does it say at the bottom of this? I don't think it will do. No, it doesn't. Pretty sure it's out tonight. Well, it is out tonight. I just don't know what time it is in America. And the new season comes out in about 3 weeks, I think it is. Is it September the 2nd, I think? I haven't got the date to hand, but it is something like that. But I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes. I mean, is attacking going to be easier now there's no ACOGs on defense? I think it has to be, doesn't it? I think it will be. So, yeah, it'd be interesting to see how certain people who I certainly play with deal with no ACOGs on defense. We'll see how that goes. But, yeah, thanks as always for getting involved with the channel. I'm looking forward to this new season kicking off. A couple of weeks left until it comes out. We'll do all the things, if you can, that help support the channel as well. Below, like, comment, subscribe, and all the good things that do me a massive favour. I appreciate all the comments recently. At the end of a video, I always say, like, if you don't know what to comment, here's, like, a fidget toy, if you don't know what to comment. And then people will somehow put fidget toy. Like, I don't believe people watch these videos to the end, but it turns out they do. So, yeah, if you don't know what to comment this time, put something below if you want to. If you haven't already, there's a little fidget toy for you. And I'll see you on the next one. All the very best. Cheers.